What's up? Wake up. It's the morning time.
Good morning. Good morning. What is up, everybody? How are we doing today? It's Tuesday, March 31st. Ladies and gentlemen, March is over. March is over. It's just a sad. Um, how we doing? It's Tuesday. What's up? How's everybody doing? Spring break week for me and my kids. Well, sorry, not me, but my kids. But we are going to be doing a spring break traveling going on here soon. Uh, and that's what we got going on this week. A funny story, end of March. So I went out to lunch with my buddy yesterday. He was having a tough week for sure. He walked into this office and he just unloaded some stuff on me. And I was like, wow. It's like I was gonna invite you to like our healthy lunch spot, but I think we need to grab some sandwiches and beer. And so we went to our sandwich spot, and I guess, and I forgot this, but it's, March is their anniversary month for this sandwich local sandwich spot. They opened up last March, and so this March they were doing $4 draft beers all month long. And my little buddy here didn't even bother to tell me that that was going on. Um, so I was able to partake yesterday. But then today's the end of the month. No more $4 beers for a year. So sad face there, but it is what it is. Um, we gotta, do we have a dead morning? Where is everybody? Someone on X or Facebook, drop me a hello or a good morning. Let me know that there's actually someone, not a bot, listening to me. Facebook, you can just hit like. I see the likes too. Um, that way it just feels weird. I talking into nothing feels very strange for me. I am not that guy. I don't think I could ever be a podcast. K Bisky Lot. Good morning. Thank you very much for breaking the silence. Bukes. Thank you. I know it's hard to comment on X. So thank you. Thank you both very much. So I do this thing where the title screen just plays until I get a comment. We were on going on 3 minutes of no comments but my own. And I don't know. I like knowing that like actual people are listening. So StreamYard shows me 9 viewers, but I just until I see a comment, it's hard to trust that count. And one of them is my own account on Twitch. So thank you both. Appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. I hope your week's going well, your month, your year, all that kind of stuff. Like I said, my buddy Scott, my really good friend, he is having a tough, tough week and month. Um, just he's busy in the seasons of life with his younger kids playing baseball and skateboarding and school. He's a business owner, just like I am. He and his wife are struggling. He got into a car accident last week and totaled his car, like just as he was putting together a plan to trade up, like get a new truck for himself, and then I guess trade down, give his car, his truck to his second in command in the company. Um, his car gets totaled, and then he has to rush out and go get the new truck. Um, and then something else happened to him too. It's just like wild, wild stuff. But I'm here for him. I took him out to lunch, talked to him, listened to him. He got his stuff off, everything off his chest, and that kind of made me reflect on how important this is for me. This is my version of that. I get to come here and speak my mind and my piece, open microphone, and y'all listen, and you guys help me and comment back, give me a attaboy, give me advice, give me all that kind of stuff. So just, shout out to everyone listening. As you're listening, I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. And, like I've said many times, like, please reach out to me, comment, say hello. Good morning, MP. You got anything going on? Like, I'm happy to listen. I'm happy to, if you don't want to come up on screen or say it in the chat, like my DMs are open for the most part. So just find some basically what I'm getting at is like I hope everyone has a person to talk to. Like I love being that for Scott and I love that he's that for me. I love that you guys are here for me in that. I hope everyone has someone to talk to as they go through hard moments, good moments, difficult moments, all those kind of moments. What's up, MP? MP's a solid 8 right now after taking so that's pretty good, dude. After taking a week off of work and then coming back to what could have arguably been a Monday shit show to hit a 8 on a Tuesday is good stuff. Um, I'm absolutely I know you've said this to me, but now I get to say it back to you. I'm loving the evolution of your gym selfie from, like I've always loved yours, by the way, like, you were slightly bigger dude, like, whatever, a year and a half, 2 years ago that you started this journey, and then watching all that melt away, and then you're alone in the bathroom doing a selfie, and then seeing the random you and your wife selfies, and then just see yesterday, and I think there were a couple in the previous weeks where you're in the car and it's you and your wife. Your wife always has the funniest face. I love that. It cracks me up. I think you're trying to be serious about it, and she's just like, "I'm tired, honey. Stop taking a picture." And then now the 3 kids in the background. So, absolutely love that. Uh, Kudos to you and your wife for crushing it. Uh, it was for sure a Monday shit show. Yeah, she's been a trooper with it. Yeah, I could see it in her face. And it cracks and I love it. Because that's what I would do too. Like, whenever someone wants to take a selfie with me for some sort of goofy reason, like, I'm always gonna be like, like, doing some sort of weird face with it. Um, so, yeah, but good for you. Good on you, buddy. William Craig, Jolly Jacko, giving us a like on Facebook like he always does. I see you, buddy. I see you every morning. I hope you're doing well, man. Um, Last one, she was really like, "Ugh, can I at least see it?" That's what I was wondering. That hit my mind too, because you know, wives don't notoriously like their face, their selfies, their eye rolls, their whatever, in photos. Like, they're more often than not, when we take our pictures, me and my wife or family pictures, it's just like, we gotta take 8 of them, and then Amy's gotta zoom in on everyone's face, and then she throws a, like, "Brooklyn, why were you making that face out there?" Brooklyn's notorious for making faces, um, and, Amy typically, she'll overjudge herself. I'm like, "Honey, you look beautiful. Don't worry about it." Like, no, like, it's a faraway picture. No one's zooming in and looking at your face. But you know how it is. It is what it is. I do it sometimes too, but not really. Um, all right, so Monday. Okay. Uh Yesterday was a good day at work. Long day, solid. Got home early enough. Um little, you know, story about how the readings have transitioned into my life at home. Um, Bouncing on the couch. Good morning, David. David showing up. How you doing, buddy? Uh, got home pretty smoked from the drive. Pretty low energy, but like 5 p.m., 5:30. Son just immediately, Bentley just like, Dad, can we go to the neighbor's house and feed their animals? Because we're watching the animals next door. Dad, can we go? Can we go? Can we go? Can we go? Like, dude, can I just get some food in me real quick? So heated up some lasagna, ate the lasagna, and then my daughter Bailey, she's the one who's supposed to be responsible for the neighbors. got my second and third win. Nice. Um, oh, you always get yours. Man, it's tough for me when I get home. Uh, she's supposed to be feeding the animals, so she took him over there. But he's just, and I'm like, dude, you have your own dog. Like, no, I like the other ones better. I'm like, all right, whatever, dude. They have like a smaller, fluffy dog, so I think he likes the. And those dogs like attention, like they or starving for new. It's like a new people thing. Like our dog starves for new people's attention too, but for our attention, he gives no f's. He just wants us to throw the ball around. Um, but yeah, so he did that, and Bailey did that. I didn't have to do that, so that was cool. And then he started asking me if I wanted to work out, and this is like I want to say like the third or fourth day in the last week that he's asked me if I wanted to work out, and I was like, no, I'm just not feeling it, dude. Like I've been off. I was on the train hard for a while. I fell off of it, getting sick. It really punched me in the gut. I just haven't been able to get back on the workout train. I've been doing the bike rides once a week, like on the weekends, and I don't know where the mama bears are, man, and the messes. They're doing their thing. Life is life, and they're doing it. I love to believe that they just rewatch the show. So if you got a shout out, shout them out. They rewatch it. Why, yes, dad does want to work out. So I did not say that. I said no twice to the guy, but thankfully he's relentless. And he asked me again. And I was sitting there, I was like, I have every excuse in the world right now. I haven't been on my game. It actually was kind of warm and hot in the garage gym. I just had a belly full of lasagna. End of the day, all that kind of stuff. But I was like, I had this little like MP on my shoulder. He's like, do it. And then also the reading all week long, especially yesterday's really hit me, where it was like, if your child offers you a hand to hold, take it. And it's like, we've been learning that all month. Good morning, Jason. What's up, buddy boy? I hope you're doing well, dude. I'm gonna text you after this. We need to catch up a little bit, but I know you're gonna go into school and you got all your stuff going on. So just find the time, call me. Um, so yeah, the reading like popped into my mind. MP punching me in the gut, all that kind of stuff happened. And I was like, yeah, dude, let's do it. So we went into the gym, we lifted a little bit, nothing crazy, but he was like, Dad, why am I doing more exercises than you? I'm like, you got way more energy than me right now, buddy. Like, he, he's like, how many did you do? And I'm like 20. And he's like, I did 35. Like, dude's like out repping me. Body weight squats, 3 sets of 10, burpees, 15. Get out of here with burpees, bro. Never, ever, ever burpees. It's never the answer, bro. Burpees and lunges are like the two for me, like they're just painful as shit. But I just did push-ups, some squats, curls, shoulder press, just like try to hit a little bit of everything just to kind of wake everything up. Did some stretching. I was stretching and he's like, Dad, when are we gonna start working out? I'm like, I already started. I'm starting with stretching. And he's like, God, fine. I'm like, I'm old. I gotta stretch. Like I can't even like I'm back to the point where it hurts me to bend over and touch my toes. Yeah, love-hate relationship with burpees for sure. I think they're good. They get the heart pumping. They get you hurting. But for me, like I'm so against that feeling. Um, Gotta grease those joints like the old Tin Man. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Um, so yeah, we did that. We had a good time. Then we went in and did did Lego, did some Lego for like a millisecond, like just like one little set of pages. Like he's got this he's got this Minecraft fox that he's had, I think, since Christmas or something. Maybe his birthday. And we're just doing like a small section like every day. So it's a slower process, this one. It's not like difficult or anything. I think it's just his mind just immediately goes somewhere else to either like the neighbor dogs, the working out, or his video games. Sat down, played some video games for a little bit, and it was bedtime. So it was good. It's a good solid night. Like I said, the book really helped me. And then I went upstairs to talk with Brooklyn about when I was going to take her into town, and we settled on tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to look a little different for me. I couldn't do it today, or it would be really hard for me today because I do have 7:30, 8 o'clock, and 9 o'clock meetings. So, which meant she would have had to have came early with me at 3 o'clock, and I would have had to have stashed her here. She would have been right next to me. I thought for a second like a cool daddy daughter show would be nice. But I don't know how she'd feel at 5:30 in the morning. So that did not happen. Tomorrow I will be staying home in the garage, and then Brooklyn and I will come out. Maybe I might get this all trimmed up, make my wife happy, but kind of thinking not. Holes Tim, I see you back there. Good morning, sir. Um, but yeah, that was kind of the day yesterday, and how it kind of tied into yesterday's reading and a month worth of reading and all that other stuff. Coach Beard, no trim required. I know, but it is getting to that point where there are different times where it bothers me a little bit, and that's kind of when I feel like it has to go. So let's jump into today's reading, which was just capping off the month of March. Good morning. That's a bearded guy right there. That's the other one I was missing the other day when I was talking about, like, do I grow this out to the point where it's a pillow? Like, look at his picture there. He may not look like that right now because he just got it trimmed, but that looks like a neck pillow. It looks like he doesn't have to worry about neck muscles holding up his head because he can just puff it down there and it's good. Beard snags. Oh my god. Yeah, I've had them in the zipper, like these zippers right here. Like it'll get in there. That's the fucking. Let's all go mustache for foam hinge. No, I don't pull off a mustache very well. It's a profit thing. My brother-in-law has a nice one where he like waxes it and gets it curled. Used to have a granite guy who had a sick one, like just like the whole like. um. So yeah, but not for me. Keep the length just thin out under chin line. Right here, this little poof. Yeah, this little poof is bothering me a little bit. Just kind of like, and the gray wings are tripping me out, dude. Like this shit is just wild. Like just these patches in the side, like it's in there, but the patches in the side just make me laugh when I see these little wings coming out. Um, as we divulge, maybe do a mutton chop. Whenever I do decide to take it all off, I love like shaving it into different styles and just like messing around. And then I'll shave a little bit and then go downstairs. Like I'll do this where you just shave this part, and so it's just yeah. And I'll go downstairs, and my wife and kids are like, "What the hell?" And then it gets down to where it's just the mustache, and they're like, "No." And then I did leave the mustache for a day or two. That's the spirit. Yep. That's the spirit. Let's all fucking mess around with Dom's beard. That sounds like a morning. Good morning, Dylan. Hope your drive is well, your commute, everything like that. Fly on the wall. Guys, the reading. We're not talking about the reading. Stop focusing on the beard. This must be your top priority. Just title the reading. It's pretty simple, right? You your kids are your priority. We all know that, right? Top of the morning. Kids are priority. We gotta March was just all about just drilling that into our head. And that's what we gotta that's what we gotta know. That's what we gotta learn. That's what we gotta remember. Sometimes you slip up. Sometimes you need to lock in at work. Sometimes you need to focus on your marriage and relationship. The beard is the reading. But you need you need to just like have these little reminders, have these little things that, you know, yes, they're not gonna go anywhere at the point when they're kids. But like we've talked about, slow little chips, slow little like saying no to the gyms, no to the Taco Bells, um, little mean comments, like it is eroding the relationship. And we all want to get to a place where David's at, where he did a good enough job, better than good, during the younger years. And so his girls are still around. They're still calling him, they're still talking to him, they still enjoy his presence. When he wants to come visit, it's open arms. So we just, got to make sure that we're making them a priority, a top priority, as David corrects me. And, no matter what our career is doing, the work's always going to be there. The stress, the paperwork, the taxes, all that kind of stuff is always going to be there. So make as much time, put put that extra that like, oh, I need to do an extra hour in the office today. No, you can do an extra 20 minutes tomorrow and every day after that, and go spend that extra hour with your kids. Make it to the shows. Like I will say this, you know, try to always make those shows. When your kids get into the point where they're doing those spring sings, they're doing those talent shows, whatever sports they jump into, like, make that time, even if it's in the middle of the day, middle of your work day. It's tough, but, it's definitely worth it. Your kids love it and appreciate it. I know your spouses love it and appreciate it. Um, how do you feel? What do you need? What do you want? Common questions in our house. Nice. Good stuff. How do you feel? What do you need? What do you want? Do you get good responses from that? Like, from your kids? Or is that just between you and your wife? Daughters is very much how do you feel? Yeah, that's good stuff. I like that. I'll just go ask my girls that when I get home. How do you feel? What do you need? What do you want? Good, good, good. Where's it going? Where was I at? Prioritize them. Make the events happen. Oh, the the one thing that I did notice as I was writing in the today's my journal about the prioritizing is he's 12 or so, one or two word answers. Yeah, but it works. I mean, it just shows that you're stopping whatever it is that you're stopping, and you're giving him the attention. And whether or not he wants to answer, some days he may not, some days he won't, may just like, here, all this stuff. But you're also building a pattern, come to the later ages, or even, beyond in the 20s, you asking those questions. He'll have realized year after year, dad cares, he wants to know, all that kind of stuff. As a dad, sometimes they do not know how they feel. Maybe hormones, I do not know. Opens the door. Yep, exactly. Um, so where my journal prompt today, or based on the top priority thing, I didn't answer it quite the same way. I basically I went off on a little tangent. Uh, One thing that I've noticed, a little hack that happened in my life, is just telling people, like, telling the people in my life, the people that I work with, that I'm gonna be gone. I got an event. I got, spring break. I'm taking a day off this week. Um, my daughter has a band concert, so I'm gonna be going home early today. I work from home Fridays so that I can partake in the pickup and drop off, and the actual, like, success that is had, like, whereas before I would have been a little nervous that like, or especially with new clients, or when I'm meeting prospects. It's not something I tell them in the first meeting, because I feel they wanna hear that I'm gonna be there all day, every day. And so I ease them into it, and, let them know that I trust my team. I trust the work that's being done. I know how to spot when work is done or not done, and I don't need to be there all day to watch my guys work. And so, yes, normalizing that my priority is my kids at this moment, all their kids, and the the easiest thing to remember is kind of like what brought us all here is that the majority of us, our parents, have kids, will have kids, or have older kids and have gone through this. Like a lot of my clients are older than me, and they're empty nesters, and so they know that. And I get a lot of, oh, that's I remember when my kid did that. Oh, that's so cute. Like especially when I share pictures or videos or anything like that with them, and it really takes the stigma or the sting or the anxiety out of like me telling them like I'm not going to be there. I think they appreciate the honesty, um for sure, and then it just helps. It helps humanize me, humanize our relationship, like our client. um am I not figuring out what the word is for myself? If they're the client, what am I? That's a weird Blake. um I'm not their employee. Oh, I'll just leave that one. I'll leave that one out. That was a fun one. But yeah, so if you're not doing that, I highly recommend doing it. Uh, for me, it's always been a little difficult because I don't get too personal with clients. The other day I was talking to someone and I was like, yeah, I mean, sometimes I don't even know what my clients do for a living. um, if they work, like where the people who hire me have a good amount of money, income. Like it's the area that I work in is pretty affluent. The houses that I build are pretty expensive. So they obviously do something or did something. I just push that aside. I want to know if they have kids, 'cause that definitely directs some of the questions in the way I build. Um, and then yes, it very much helps if I speak the words. Like I have something to do. I have something more. It's a weird thing to say. Like I essentially saying to them, I have something more important than uh than your job. I gotta go. Clients. Don is actually an escort. Good stuff, dude. Good stuff. Getting personal is your authenticity. Don't share the entire playbook, but bonding has its purpose and boundaries. Yep. Agree. Agree, sir. Got you, buddy. Um, takes one to know one, MP. All right, guys. That's Tuesday, 6 o'clock. End of March. Like I said, make your kids your priority. Tomorrow we'll be back, um, doing a new month, April. Do you guys want to know what April's about? Dear clients, my kids are more important than your two. There you go. Unless it involves a meeting to get a check. I'm like, I need to be there. That's a wrap. Enjoy your day, team. Make it happen. Yes. Thank you, David. Make it happen, everybody. Make it happen. We'll be back here tomorrow. April's a new month, new topic. I don't even know what it is. Maybe you do. Read the book, do the reading, all that kind of stuff. And I'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Bye, guys. Later. Peace.
What's up, bitches? What's up? Wake up.